everyone. As you can see, I'm awake. And my day's already off to a bad start. I didn't do a thing. And they decided, oh, and I had to hear my stepmom whining and complaining that I should be up when somebody else does, whether I have enough sleep or not. That was not part of the agreement. It was not part of the agreement. If they're gonna be like this, then I might as well pack my stuff and go homeless. Adding terms without anyone being told about it. And I just sent a message to a couple friends of mine letting them know what's going on. And I had to wake one of them up because, well, he and I both have things to take care of today. And we need to make sure we have enough time to do it. He had something he needed to take care of this morning over the phone. So hopefully he's taking care of that now. Hopefully. If not, hopefully he'll take care of it before noon. Because he needs to. And I need to take care of my own problems, like getting all my IDs and whatnot replaced. I'm gonna need a replacement wallet. Since mine is gone, obviously gone at this point. I was in the woods just now, not there. It's nowhere to be found. But to point out what I overheard this morning, I was still asleep. Well, I was asleep at first, but was slowly waking up just enough to hear every word they said. What they said was, what I overheard from my stepmom is he needs to get up when everybody else does. Basically, guys, if I end up getting a late night job, I'm not going to be able to get enough sleep with these jerks. I'm probably only going to get 2 to 4 hours of sleep, when the minimum required for me is 6 hours. I cannot function if I get less than that. And plus, that was not part of the agreement. And then here's my dad saying, we're not doing that on this first day. No, I am not going to sit there and tolerate that shit. And excuse my language, everyone, but I'm a little pissed right now that they're still doing crap behind people's back, thinking that I won't notice. Well, I just got backed into an even tighter corner. Robbie and I both agreed, one way or another, we're getting my wallet problem taken care of. And here he goes backing out of it over a car. His grandmother's car crapping out again. So the way I see it, he's never going to follow through with any of his agreements. At this point, my only option is to just go homeless or shoot myself, which I would prefer not to do. I don't want to do either one. I can't use that money to pay my bills if I don't have a card to use to pay for it. With this SSB program that's being recommended to me. I can't replace it without 2 forms of ID, which also cost money. And require 2 forms of ID for all 3. So I have to update the police on my wallet thing. And I now have to report it stolen because it's nowhere to be found. It's not at any of the stores or it's not anywhere. Well, you guys can imagine where I am based on all of this. Very familiar location. And it's not Fort Stevens, I can promise you that. It's the other one. As Robbie clearly said in the past, these are all mounds. This is where they would store stuff or basically just hang out during the off times between battles and stuff. These are all basically, this is, yeah, one of these was the munitions. Yeah. But main reason I wanted to say something here, guys. I'm updating the police on the missing wallet report. I gotta let you go. Yeah, I had to let you guys go because, well, I just got a call back from the police about the wallet situation. When I was trying to update them, but basically, they closed out the case, trying to, apparently. But now, and they can't even launch an investigation about it, that I think it was stolen, because all because I haven't seen fraudulent activity or something on it. At this rate, with the way everyone is doing this, I'm never going to get anything done anymore. So I might as well be homeless at this rate. I may as well be homeless. Without that card, I can't do anything, even if I do get SSB. I just got a response for the SSB. Yep, this is a cool place to visit. I like coming up here mainly so I can get a view of the river, guys, but it's nothing compared to Belle Isle. It's still peaceful though. That lady was here like I thought she was, but she's long gone now. But it's time for me to head out. Heard I got a little mail. And I have to be there for that. I do get to hear the flow of that little stream though, which is also peaceful. Let me give you guys a good sound of it. See what I mean? That's why I like it so much, being in places like this. I prefer the city to live in though, because honestly, more things to do, more places to go. I'm one of those folks who likes to get out more and have plenty to do. But this, however, is actually giving me a nice little walk. A good form of exercise. So to be honest, I'm actually kind of pleased that I was able to get this in. Now the next clip, I'll be walking along the road again. Well guys, situation with Robbie again. But first off, I'm going to point out that my stepmom at least tried to help me out in finding my wallet or getting replacement stuff for it. So I do applaud her for that, and I am thankful that she tried to help. Now, as for Robbie, he and I swore we would get this mental health stuff straight, and we would get all this. Yeah. I'm gonna give up on being his payee at this point, because it clearly isn't working out. It clearly is not working. But the point of this whole thing is that Robbie and I swore to each other that we would not break our promises and we would make it work no matter the situation. And now here he is backing out because he's in a because of the situation with his grandmother's piece of crap car. That car's clearly, these Ford Focuses were not as good as I thought they were. At least not with the automatic transmissions. It would have been far better off for that family to get a manual. But again, the point is, Robbie backed out of a promise that he and I made to each other last night, and now he's treating me like I'm the bad guy when I jumped on him for breaking it. I hope he sees this video, because I'm trying to drive the point through. I have gone out of my way, despite the fact that my situation is currently far worse than his, and has been for years. I have gone out of my way to make things work when he and I went out to do something. I'm done working with him. And if I find out he's messed with these accounts, despite the fact that we made promises to each other not to, this thing's trying to do this internet thing again. He and I swore not to mess with each other's accounts. Each other's profiles. He better not have messed with mine. Good. He didn't. Well, hold on, maybe he did. I have to check my laptop. I'll give you guys a heads up after this DMV's thing is taken care of. Well, guys, I just basically right after I finished my walk on Belle Isle, and I'm sorry I had to delete that clip because, well, let's just say things didn't end well when I tried to apologize. When I tried to apologize to Robbie shortly after I left the island. Rather than accept the apology, he spat it back in my face and started insulting me. So, I basically gave him the same kind of talk that another mutual friend of ours would about manning up. You want to insult someone, you say it to their face and crap like that, and be a man up, admit what you did wrong, make up for it, that kind of crap. He didn't. He spat that back in my face. And that was the very final chance he had to try and help me fix this. So you know what? I basically cut off all contact with him for good. And he's telling his whole family to block me, which, believe it or not, that's their choice, not his. The fact that he's doing that goes to show he's getting more and more petty. By the second. If anything, at this point, he needs to get his butt back to mental health over just off Route 10 and get himself a face-to-face therapist. Get that therapist to jump on his tail about his behavior and his refusal to let bygones be bygones and work it out. I tried to work it out after I had enough time to settle myself down. And he basically says that's what he usually wants to do, but instead, he usually ends up holding grudges. He never follows his word. He rarely ever follows his word. Because either he doesn't want to find another way to make something work, or refuses to look, so that he can sit on his lazy behind all day doing what he wants to do instead of doing what needs to be done. As you guys probably figured out, and it rubs off on me whenever I'm there. I don't like staying around that house. He might claim he doesn't, but at this point, I think he does. And the only reason he even wants work is for the money, not because it gets him off his tail. I go for the work for the money, but when I'm not at work, I like to go out, do things. I don't like staying inside all the time. I hate it. The only times I really stay inside is when we're experiencing some bad weather. He does it all the time. I have a new food stamp card coming, and I am also going to be telling everyone out there, I'm going to be calling social services and basically telling them I refuse to be his payee anymore. I am not going to be that boy's payee anymore. I'm cutting that off, and I'm having the bank close the joint account. That'll be done tomorrow after I get my ID taken care of.